Welcome everybody, this is Ravinity and welcome to my first FIA championship race on GTSport since like half a year. I think the last time I got to race here was in August. Anyway, getting straight into it, I'm racing in the Ferrari 458, which is my manufacturer for the season, which is something I haven't actually raced before, not much at all, not in GT at least. So for starters, qualifying, we're on our outlap, taking on a Beetle, and I could already sense that he messed up on the chicane, so he was gonna try and go for a dive bomb. Haha, no sir, I'm gonna go ahead of you. In the same breath, taking on the first corner of my first lap, I went a bit too hard and threw myself in the bin, immediately exiting and going back into it. So again, coming onto our new outlap, people are already setting their times, which is really all around 138s, 138.2 up to 139 and so on. So from my practice sessions, I already have a good chance thinking that to myself. Being sure not to mess up on the first corner, the first chicane, and smooth very nicely out in that first S-bend. Going on with the pace, taking the curves nicely, going down to second. Also, the curves in this track are so essential to putting out a decent lap. By the first checkpoint, we're already 0.25 seconds ahead on the guy with the fastest laps. That's why it's in purple. So I'm pushing as fast as I can because this is literally the one lap I have. As you can see, it says on the top final lap. Coming down the straight, it's a downhill break, and that Porsche tried to dive bomb the... what is that in front? I think it's Aston Martin? I'm not sure. I don't even know. So we lost out a little bit there, but still ahead at 1.93. Fabled chicane, the butt clinching moment. We come out with a bit of a slide, but everything is all good. We still kept a decent amount of pace. I don't know if that affected me in the end round. This corner still gets me to this day. I hesitate in that last corner just a little too much. Oh, it's AMG right in front there. But we end up getting first place, and so I thought. The guy right behind me was in a Beetle, and he took first place right off right in the same second I did. Heading on to the race, we start up behind Robin Noose, 56. Oh well, he's in the Beetle, so I already changed my strategy to shifting early to save on fuel as well as to use his slipstream to my advantage. So naturally, I don't want to get too close because I'm not sure what this guy's driving is like. He said a faster lap time, but I'm not sure if the nerves might get to him because holding first can be a bit of a issue depending on your nerves. So he starts to get a bit ahead of me in the middle of the first lap after the first few corners, because I barely ever race with a Ferrari, so I'm not exactly 100% confident with the car, not yet at least. So I'm playing it safe. There we see right behind me that favorite corner where everyone just either dive bombs or just gets into crap, as we saw there. Fast forwarding to lap 5, I was busy changing my HUD to see how much fuel I have and ended up braking late on the first corner, which this was really quite a stress moment. Luckily I didn't go off course. Lap 6, he brakes a little bit late, so I end up getting a lot of time on him. But I didn't want to go for any ridiculous moves because I didn't want to take a chance, end up pushing us both off course or get a penalty or whatever. So I just said, okay, I'm back into his slipstream, I'll save some fuel and I'll keep the pressure on him. Pressure goes on for quite a while, except this corner where I again play it safe, take a little bit of speed off. But this guy's just going. That Beetle is pretty potent, must say. But we ended up battling for the full first half until pit frame came in. Going on to the chicane, the butt-clenching chicane, we both end up getting a decent speed out of there. But again, I mean, he slipstream, so I catch up to him very nicely. I've been fuel saving a lot, so going into lap 7, I get a little bit twisty, sliding on the last corner, and I say I don't wanna take another chance. So quick pit again, and you can see my fuel was at 40% and everyone else is on 34, 30, 26, 26. So I saved almost twice as much fuel as everyone else, falling down 16 seconds, 17 seconds behind. And when Ravinity goes into the pits, he's got 13% fuel, so it saved me easily another 8 seconds on top of him. He goes on to the mediums because in this FIA race we need to use all 3 compounds in the race, meaning soft, medium and hard before we finish, otherwise there will be a time penalty. The gap slowly raises to about 6 seconds from 4. That's what I gained on him in that last lap. I'm keeping a good pace going until I notice, well, I didn't even notice up until then that he had messed up on the chicane. At this point I was completely focused, and only right here, once I got onto the straight, I looked at my time ahead and I saw I was going up to 14, 15 seconds, 16 seconds quickly. So and that's when I realized he made some crap at the chicane. Again, I'm keeping the 17-second lead. Meanwhile, things are happening in corner 1. There's 1 spin out, there's 2 spin outs, and yeah, people just, they fought a bit too hard there. Very unlucky. One guy even spun out twice. Going on to lap 15 with a 19-second lead, keeping up my a relatively good pace. I mean, lap 15 we need to use all 3 compounds, so I said okay, let's just play it safe, go for the hard compounds, fill up a little bit, overfuel a little bit so that I can push it a lot more, and waiting for the guy in second place just to see how far he's behind me. And he also goes into the pits, so I was very safe up until 18th lap with a comfortable first place finish. Yeah, Ravinity ended up finishing 12th, very unlucky after the 6-7 lap battle we had. But there you go, my first race in was a long time with a car I barely ever use, with decent track knowledge and no idea how to go into the pit strategy. But it was a very fun race, I enjoyed it, and I hope you guys did too. This has been Ravinity, and I'll see you guys in the next one.